Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Haha, no pun intended, the channel, get it? We're looking at the channel today for DCS World, and this is the newest map that came out for DCS, and this was released alongside the P-47D Thunderbolt. Now, the thing to keep in mind is that it does not come with the P-47D Thunderbolt module for DCS World. It is purchased separately. There's a little bit of confusion going on online where Eagle Dynamics had, put a video up that had the P-47 and the channel in it, and people kind of thought those went hand in hand. And a lot of the early previews that were put out there by all the prominent DCS YouTubers pretty much looked at the P-47 and the channel together, and I think in doing so, since they were released at the same time, really caused a little bit of confusion. And it almost unintentionally misrepresented it, because there's been a lot of guys online going, hey man, where's my map at? I just bought the P-47. Well, it doesn't come with it. It is a whopping $50 map, like all the maps in DCS when they're not on sale. However, at the moment, the channel is on sale for $39.99, which is 20% off, a $10 savings. And that's what we're going to take a look at here today. So, this is the background wallpaper that comes with the channel map, and this is the default DCS music. Shame on you, Eagle Dynamics. You know I like when you guys put in your own unique music for each module, and to just recycle this, music that we've heard over and over again is terrible. But I'll give them a break because, well, we don't spend a lot of time here. Most of the time is going to be spent within the game. Let's take a look at the channel. And let's take a look at instant action and see what kind of stuff we've got for the various warbirds. Now, I do own the P-47D. I just picked that up, and that was on sale for $39.99 as well, 20% off. So, if I have the P-47D and I go to the channel, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 missions. That's pretty cool, actually. They don't even give you that many for Normandy for the P-47D, and that's surprising because the Normandy map was updated recently, and it's beautiful as well. So I'm very surprised by that. Let's go P-51D. So for the channel map, ironically, it looks like the missions are the same. Do you see? Cold Start and Free Flight changes places, but that's it. The rest of these are the same. So it's a 190 D9 furball, 190 D9 dogfight, 190 A8 furball, 190 A8 dogfight, 109 furball, 109 dogfight, then landing, cold start, and free flight. Let's take a look at the Spitfire. Hey, look at that. The same missions. Conspiracy? I don't know. What else do we have here? Let's take a look at the Dora. Oh wait, different missions, however, the same, because it's furball versus Thunderbolts, furball versus, or dogfight versus Thunderbolts, furball versus Spitfires, dogfight versus Spitfires. See what they did here? Fair enough. And what else can we see here? Let's look at the T-51. Oh, nothing for the free one? Are you kidding me? Who flies that anyway, to be honest? Nothing for the Huey, nothing for the A4, not that I expected anything. SA-342, nothing for the Gazelle. MiG-19, nothing for the MiG-19. Mi-8, nothing for the Mi-8. MiG-21, nothing for the MiG-21. Mirage 2000, nothing for the Mirage. Ka-50, oh come on guys, it would have been nice to give you something for the helicopters. Flaming Cliffs, anything? Nothing. F-18, nothing. F-14? Nothing. F-86? Are you kidding me? Really, guys? Nothing for the Sabre? F-5? Nothing. F-16? Nothing. Kristen Eagle 2? Nothing. Harrier? Nothing. Vigan? Nothing. A-10C? Nothing. So only the warbirds get the maps for the channel. Fair enough, I guess. Let's take a look at missions and see what we're given for the various planes. So the P-47 has one mission for the channel. It's called Yard Work. Huey, nothing. Spitfire, nothing. Gazelle, nothing. P-51D, nothing. The Mi-8, nothing. MiG-21, nothing. Mirage 2000, nothing. Ka-50, nothing. Flaming Cliffs, tons of missions, but surprisingly none for the channel. Of course, the Dora has nothing. Hornet, tons of missions, however, nothing for the channel. F-14, a nice variety of missions, even one for Normandy, but nothing for the channel. F-86, default map only. F-5E, default map only. F-16C, a variety of missions, but none for the Normandy map or the channel. And it's an F-16, so I get it. Harrier, default map only. Viggen, default map only. A-10C, default map only. Okay then. So, having said that, let's jump in and let's see the Spitfire, which is my favorite plane, and let's go free flight in the Spitfire. Alrighty, here we are. So, this is the free flight mission over the channel map in the Spitfire.
Use this mission to get a feel for the aircraft and explore the map. There are no threats.
Wow, that is super populated down there. Lots of buildings. I'm feeling a little bit of hesitation as I move around the views here a little bit. Although that's a lot to render all at once. Nice little harbor area here. Look at the lighthouse. Some boats. Nicely detailed city. A lot of stuff close together. You know, I bet this would be fun in that combined arms with the World War II stuff. And that's something I saw in another preview of the channel map. I want to say it was Phil Stiles' video where he was actually down on the ground walking around near the buildings. And the buildings had amazingly detailed details on them up close. Like you could see wood grain on the doors, you know? And I think the idea behind that was to let people use combined arms, World War II stuff in DCS with the channel map. And I'm not going to lie, it looks beautiful. It really looks nice. I'm not seeing that patchwork design of the Normandy map that kind of got a little bit annoying at times. Although there's some weird areas, like right there, that doesn't look all that detailed. Why would there be a big patch of sand right there like that? But in all fairness, this is a map that, like the P-47D, was just released yesterday and is in early access. So the weird thing is the lighting looks really weird right now. My Spitfire looks really washed out, and I'm not sure why. But it definitely did not look like this before. I mean, it looks really washed out. The terrain looks fine, but my plane looks a little bit odd. I mean, nothing surprises me anymore because I know how the open beta goes. You know, fix 10 things and break another. And I know in this latest open beta update, a lot of people are complaining about the lighting effects at night ruining the cockpits. But yeah, everything seems really washed out at the moment. Huh. I'm not going to say it's the fault of the channel map, but it could be just this recent open beta update. Nice little harbor there. But again, a lot of this looks very Normandy-esque to me at times, too. Just a lot greener and a lot less patchwork. A lot less browns mixed in with greens like Normandy. Well, let's take a look at the Mustang versus the Dora over the channel. My bad. I hate that gyro sight. I'd rather use the fixed sight in the Mustang. I missed. Of course I did. Come on, buddy. Here we go. Going down, I think. Or not. Oh, there goes that wonderful damage model I was talking about in DCS. So here we are in the channel map in the Tomcat. And we are cruising over Dover. Pretty interesting looking place. There we go. Fantastic looking. Absolutely outstanding. Really blown away by just the sheer number of objects down there on the ground. These cities look absolutely outstanding. Now granted, this stuff needs some optimization though, because I'm in the Tomcat, which is like the toughest to render cockpit out of all the cockpits in DCS. And then you've got this brand new map that's just loaded with 3D objects in terms of the buildings and stuff down there. I don't even want to know what my FPS is right now. It's not terrible because I have a high-end system, but it can definitely be tweaked. externally we're hitting about 36 to 40. Although I will say this, 36 to 40 FPS outside of VR looks 10 times better, and it still seems a lot smoother. You get a lot less stuttering. Alrighty, let's take a look at Dunkirk now in the F-86. Wow, look at all those fuel tanks. Yeah, the level of detail is like amazing. This is like the Normandy map on steroids. Like the object count for the number of buildings and stuff on the ground, it has to be 10 times more than what's in Normandy. It's crazy. Just look at all the buildings. Holy cow. Down to about 48 FPS right now. Now here's another spot on the map that I just picked out at random because it looked like a busy area. And I'm in the MiG-19 at the moment. This is one I bought a while back that I just don't fly very often, but I thought it might look more appropriate over this terrain. Big old patch of forest right there in the middle. Man, these cities are just packed tight. Alright, here we are in the Huey. Over Dover. This looks pretty outstanding. See the birds flying around. So many objects. It's definitely taking up some performance. I'm sitting at around 48 FPS right now. Wow, look at that. You know, that's probably the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in a flight sim, right there, in a helicopter. Wow. 36 FPS though. But look at the level of detail. Alright, in the KA-50 now, and this is the Dunkirk region of the map. This is impressive. Yeah, you really get to see what everything looks like when you get in the chopper. And the level of detail that they've put into this is just amazing. There's definitely some jets whizzing overhead too, I can hear them. Fantastic. think the only bummer is with this update, they really did something to screw up the lighting, because all my choppers and airplanes externally seem to look a little washed out. And I've heard that there was a lot of complaints of people having issues with the cockpits at nighttime with the lighting too. So something's definitely off, because the Spitfire looks all kinds of washed out from the cockpit even. This looks a little bit washed out externally. Something's weird with the lighting right now, but it's still not taken away from the fact that this stuff looks pretty impressive. What they've accomplished here is just outstanding. I'm really impressed that this isn't 10 FPS, to be honest, because look at the number of buildings down there. If Combined Arms didn't suck, this would be pretty cool to run around with tanks in these little cities that they've created. Because there's like a bunch of streets and places to hide behind buildings and whatnot. I mean, maybe they are going that way, I don't know. But this would be the map to do it with, for sure. So this is pretty much the map itself from the mission editor, and I've just kind of thrown some planes in here all over the place to show you guys, you know, what I've discovered so far. But I'm sure there's a ton of places that they've probably created that are like, you know, super detailed that I just don't know about yet, or just haven't been there yet. But it's a pretty large map overall, I'd say, and it's super detailed in all these little cities and stuff. Like, and there's Dunkirk, there's Dover. I was under the understanding that England is somewhere up in here. This is probably the most detailed map they've done yet. I mean, to say it's impressive really is an understatement. So overall, I'm gonna say I'm pretty impressed with the channel. I think it's a fantastic map. I am yet to discover all of the cool things that can be found on this map yet. What I've seen so far has impressed me. It is like the Normandy map on steroids, would probably be the best way to describe it. Just the sheer number of objects and the level of detail that they've achieved is impressive. It really, really is. I really like the Normandy map, especially after they updated it and made the visual improvements to it that they did. But now that I've seen the channel, it just pales in comparison, man. This is just probably one of the best maps that they've ever created. I have a hard time, you know, looking at that $50 price tag, and I paid $40 for it on sale, and you know, on one hand I go, man, that's a lot of money just for a map for DCS, but since I can use it for all the planes that I own, I guess it's pretty reasonable. And again, it is the most detailed map I've seen yet that they've created in DCS, and I think they're moving in the right direction with this. I think this is a great addition to the Warbird ecosystem that they're creating in DCS World. I put an F-14 on it. I've been flying the helicopters around on it. It's just a beautiful map. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun to create missions on this, especially in the Warbirds. As much as I have a hard time and I knock the Warbirds in DCS, when I see stuff like this, it gets me a little bit excited, and I get, I get a little more hopeful. You know, if only they could get the damage model right for these Warbirds and give us, I don't know, some more reasonable AI to deal with. And just give us more content within a map like this, and not just leave it up to us or the third-party guys to create a campaign for us. You know, that's my only thing that I continue to have an issue with, is just that, you know, what you get for the money. The DCS ecosystem cost a hell of a lot more than the competition, but man, does it look beautiful. But the channel is definitely a monumental leap in the right direction, just like the P47 is for them. The future looks bright for DCS with Warbirds, but they do have a ways to go yet. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I just wanted to show you the channel, and I think I've looked at a variety of different places on this map to give you an idea of what to expect, and it's insanely detailed. It really is, and the number of objects and the densely populated little cities and regions and towns, man, is it fun to fly over, just to sightsee, you know. So, as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Feel free to hit that like button, and until next time, guys.